This video was supposed to be about the new time-lapse device I made for my camera, but it turned into a video about a lawnmower. This is my original time-lapse device. It looks pretty and works well, but if I want to consider selling these things, it has two major flaws. It takes too long to build, and it has to be plugged into an AC power outlet to work. This new design is much easier to build, and it is battery powered so it can go anywhere. Just mount it on any digital camera and it operates the shutter button to take photos for time-lapse video. You can see the cam turning and operating the shutter. I wanted to test it and I had some yard work that needed to be done, so I set it up on the deck and went to work trimming the kiwi. This is moving along, but it looks a little slow, so I sped up a bit. When it was finished, I hauled all the trimmings to a big pile by the garage. Then I got our little lawnmower out and cut down the weeds that had accumulated over the summer while I was playing and making art instead of doing my yard work. That's looking better, but now I've got a big pile of brush by the garage I need to get rid of. So I got out the big lawnmower with the plan of mowing down that big pile. I'm sure the owner's manual recommends this sort of thing, but I'm not going to check. I can get the mower to start, but it won't keep running, so I prime, pull the cord, it runs for a moment, then stops, prime, pull, run, stop. I check the gas and put some more in, even though it doesn't need any. Prime, pull, run, stop, prime, pull, run, stop. One definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over while expecting a different result. I pulled the starter cord out of the mower, which ended my spiral into depravity and began my next adventure. The plan was to remove the starter rewind coil by drilling out the rivets, reinstall the cord, reinstall the rewind coil, replace the rivets and screws, put away the tools, and get back to work on the brush pile. That is not what happened. First, I had to figure out how to take the mower apart. I think that's going to be easy, but it isn't. I was surprised to find the cord recoil mechanism is riveted on, so I get a drill and start drilling out the rivets. The rivets turn instead of drill out, so I get a punch to drive them out. That doesn't work either, so I drill some more and finally grind out the rivets. I stick the end of the cord back into the recoil mechanism and wind it up and put it back on the mower. I try to rivet the mechanism in place, but my rivets are too small. I find sheet metal screws that look like they're the right diameter, but they seem a little long. I use them anyway. I get it all put back together, pull on the cord, and the mower's jammed. The screws are too long. I try to take them out, but one stuck, so I pry on it for a while. I finally get the last one out, take it into the shop, and I cut them all shorter. And then I put them all back in again. And then it's back to prime, pull, run, stop, prime, pull, run, stop, as I continue my descent into insanity. I remove the air filter and stick my finger in the carburetor throat. That should help. In desperation, I add spraying starter fluid into the carburetor in my routine. As usual, the motor starts, then dies again. I take the spark plug out and clean it, and that doesn't help either. No semblance of sanity is left as I continue to prime, pull the cord, the motor runs, then stops, and I do it again, sometimes adding starter fluid to the mix. Now that I'm totally insane, I check the oil, though there's no reason that should make any difference. In a moment of clarity, I go in the house and search "lawn mower starts then stops" on YouTube, and up pops a video called "Lawn mower starts then stops." The video says to remove the float bowl from the carburetor and stick a wire up into the jet to clean it. So that's what I do, and guess what? The mower starts and runs. I pick up my tools and put the air cleaner back on. Now I'll mow down that pile. The mower stops again. I get my tools and take the float bowl off again. Maybe it'll be easier if I tip it up on its side. Nope. I clean the jet, and it starts up again. And it dies again, and I go through the whole exercise again. But this time it starts up and runs, and the mower eats up the pile. It's working so good, I go get some more stuff to run over. So that's how a video about my time-lapse device turned into a video about a lawnmower. You can see my artwork on my website, kencanetti.com. Thanks for watching.